I just did something really stupid. Big shock, right? But like, I recorded like 10 minutes worth of monologue, and it was great. It's probably some of my best work. Got a lot off my chest, and my dumbass, I lost it, or it didn't record, or something the fuck happened, and it's gone. And I gotta start from scratch. Gotta redraw that energy. Remember all the cool shit that I said, and hope I can say it as cool the second time around. But anyways, here it all goes. But I want to give some advice on like a common like manipulation tactic that you know the deep state, the CIA, they like to use. This is really good. Like, for example, when like a rich pervert gets caught trafficking kids or underage women or even adult women, if they're trafficking anybody, oftentimes, you know what I mean, like the excuse will be like, especially if they were groomed or they were considered like in a relationship status, which is weird and gross and creepy, but used to be a lot more normal than it is now. And a lot of times, like a lot of people will yell at the women, like, well, I don't know, looks like you had it good. You got money. What are you complaining about? Like, because they got to live in mansions and whatnot and stuff. As if, like, you see what I mean? That's a very, very good manipulation tactic. You see it happen like everyday life all the time. It's like just because someone has been kind to you or given you gifts or helped you when you needed it, you may have even needed that help, and that's great. No, but that does not mean that gives them permission to then hurt that person. It was never uh it doesn't matter how rich or how much someone has given to their victims. Like, I think it's weird. I mean, it is brilliant how they can make it sound so reasonable the way they say it, right? I mean, they make it sound so reasonable, but like when you're a good person and you're thinking about someone you love being groomed and like going off to live in a mansion only to find out that like weird creepy men have been like running trains on your child and stuff. Like, this is getting real, guys. This is what's really happening. Like like, wake up. This is what's really happening. They're grooming these kids, like running trains on them, and like doing horrible stuff, and everyone is just like worried about, I don't know, what are we worried about now? Like, we're worried that Candace Owens doesn't like Jews or something. Like, I mean, come on. And I think a lot of that is covert ops. I do. Not just with the Candace Owens stuff, but like with like this mentality that if someone was hurt or harmed by someone who was like very rich, or maybe gave them maybe an in the music industry, you know what I mean, like, or in the movie entertainment industry, or in whatever industry floats their boat. Like, you see it happen in lots of, my god, that's like the basis for most like workplace sexual harassment, you know what I mean, is like giving raises and stuff and expecting like that in return, as if it makes it okay. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. And at the end of the day, like, it's deep state bullshit. It's deep state bullshit that we got to deal with. Whether you're rich or whether you're poor, it's deep state bullshit that we've all got to deal with and put up with. And a lot of it comes from the CIA. It does. And it's just frustrating and exhausting. You know what I mean? It's like you feel like you're just constantly swimming against the tide, talking about it, because then you got these weird rich fucks who come out here with their propaganda machines and like just go to town. But luckily, and I'm not trying to get down and negative, because we're seeing a hopeful turn. We really are. A lot more people are waking up. Like Candace Owens, for example. The fact that she's got millions of people actually listening to what she's saying, like with the machine going against her, it's a good sign. Like, that means there's over 1 million people who don't care. They're sick of it. You know what I mean? And it's gonna have a chain reaction. It is. Like, I'm hopeful it will, at least. I'm hopeful. Because I feel like we deserve better. Humanity, we're good people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we make mistakes, but we learn and we grow. But, like, at the end of the day, at our core, like, we're good. You know what I mean? We've got so much goodness about us. And I'm sick of that. I'm sick of hearing people try to convince us that that's not so. You know what I mean? Or make us feel like it's hopeless. Make it seem like there's more of them than us when it's just the opposite. It is the opposite. And we don't have to play their games anymore. We don't have to listen to their lies anymore. We don't have to play their games anymore. And it's funny, I used to find Candace Owens so freaking insufferable. I couldn't bear, like, it was almost like she was too extreme. Just, like, too much. But I have been listening to her a lot lately. And just because I don't personally like a lot of what she said, she is 100%, like, spot on the last couple weeks. And it's cool to watch such a smart girl like her wake up and like witness it happen in real time in her podcast. It's beautiful, and I hope it's like a reflection on what is happening in the world, because we could use a break. We could use a break. And listen, there's people who've been out here fighting a lot longer than I have, way longer and way harder than I have. And I have so much respect for them. I've only had this channel for like a year, and it's been hard. I don't know how these brave souls do it. And they've actually got like the audience and the stuff where the evil eye of Sauron is upon them. You know what I mean? So I can't imagine what that must be like. It must be so draining. But yeah. So you know what I mean? Like, okay. Anywho, how can we help Candace? And how can we help like anybody fighting for truth? Well, here's a way we can help. And I've really been pushing this. I'm going to really keep trying to push this because I think it's time. I think like it is that turning point where maybe that this could possibly make a difference. I hope. Sign and share this petition to defund, dismantle the CIA once and for all. It's a step in the right direction, at least. It's a very small thing we can do, little action we can take, and then once we sign it, we can pass it on to the next person, whether they're sick of the deep state or not. Maybe they'll read the petition and look at the links and be like, oh my God, what the fuck have they been doing to us? And then sign it, and they'll share it to people they know. You know what I mean? It'd be a huge help. It'd be a huge help. Whew. The reason I'm out of breath, like I said, is because this is the second time I've had to come on here. Like, I already made this speech, and it was twice as good. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of what I said the first time around. I'm sure of it. But anywho, I'm going to get going. But before I do, did you all, like, catch, like, that whole little weird drama where Turning Point, like offered her... I know, like, I'm such a gossiper right now, but where Turning Point, like, told Candace that, they were taking the moral high ground, and, like, they were going to answer all her questions, her bold-faced accusations, and, like, made a whole big thing, like, a charade about it, and then it was just, like, the moment she got on, and was like, I accept. And they don't even reach out to her. They don't even give her the respect to reach out to her personally. It's like they're telling us. Like, this is so performative and creepy and weird and cringy. Like, I feel secondhand embarrassment for them. It's like, what are you all doing? Like, what the fuck is Erica Kirk? Are you seeing this? The way your team is handling, like, they're really turning it into a shit show. You really should get this under control. You're the one who wanted to be the CEO, the big bad CEO, where your employees take their phones away, take their computers away, lock them out of Charlie Kirk's studio, do whatever you got to do until they get their shit together, until they get their lives together, whatever they got to do. But, like, you need to get on it, girl. And listen, I'm not accusing Erica Kirk of any wrongdoing. Honestly, I actually halfway partially know what she's going through. No, my husband was never shot in public like that. That's not what I mean. But like I have lost like my fiance without getting into too many details or making it about me. So I have nothing but sympathy for her. And this is kind of what I mean. It's like I feel like that these boys that are working for her are totally taking advantage of the grief she's feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and it's an easy thing to do. Cause like, unless you know what that's like, ugh. Yeah, and like it's a double whammy for her. I mean, bless her heart. They were married and then like she's taking over this big company. They got kids. So, like I can't imagine what she's going through and it really makes me sick to see these boys if that's what's happening. Them running like this game on her, trying to pull the wool over her eyes. Especially come to find out if she's the one who orchestrated like this whole like debate with Candace and like they're basically just following orders, then it makes total sense why they're doing this. It's like they're trying to they want Candace to decline. That's what they need her to do because they don't really want this debate. They don't really want it. That's why they gave her 24 hours to respond and gave her like the worst day to do it. They demanded that she be in person, and they got all their trolls out here who have exposed themselves, like Nick Fuentes, who are saying you're the one who said any time and any place. So what's the problem, Candace? As if it's more practical for a mother of four to fly out on December 15th to like as if that makes more sense than them just popping her on the live stream. Like, for real. Like, if you wanted to be in person, then is it a private debate you want? Like, I'm confused. Or is it a live stream? Like, it doesn't even make sense. And they're... So, like, yeah, Erica Kirk, girl, you need to look at what your employees are doing. Your top-level employees. Because they're really turning this into a shit show. Oh, my God, girl. Get it together. And I have nothing but sympathy for you. But sometimes you just really got to, like, just bite the bullet and, like, face what's going on the internet, what people are saying. You know damn well Candace Owens was a friend of Charlie Kirk. I don't know none of y'all. But I know them well enough to know that, we've seen and known Candace's face around Charlie's for a long time. And I'm willing to bet, actually, I think Candace even said that she's known Charlie even before, like, you met Charlie. So, like, girl, you know that, like, she's a friend. Like, she's not just some crazy internet troll. And I'm sure that's what they're making it sound like. I have no doubt. But, like, yeah. That's another thing. It's like if you just listen to the turning point, you would think that Candace is just being, like, so uncompassionate and, like, tone deaf. But, like, when you actually watch what she's saying, it's, like, totally reasonable and she's not being disrespectful. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen her raise her voice once. Well, wait. No. It was like within a week after Charlie died when she did raise her voice, but she was totally justified. It felt so good to hear someone say it, to call out those rich pricks, and you knew they were actually listening to her. And for her to say, fuck you, we don't care about your money, we're humans. Like, what is wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. And it felt good and it felt great and it was totally worth it and justified. But, like, this girl is, like, a total, like, I don't even know her academic background, but, like, she's smart. Like, so, I can see why they wouldn't want to debate her. I wouldn't want to debate her. There's a lot I disagree with her, but not enough to where I want to debate her about it. Right, so she's making me, like, and look stupid. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll quietly disagree in my mind. But, like I said, the stuff she's been saying has been totally legitimate, totally reasonable. And Erica Kirk, I understand if you're, like, avoiding the internet because it's painful. But, like, in this case, girl, you really need to see what Candace Owens is saying. And stop listening to these boys who are clearly, obviously taking advantage of a grieving wife. That, allegedly, clearly, from my mind, because, what do I know? This is all opinions, like I said. I know nothing. All opinions. I'm sure I've said a lot of stuff that I could get sued for. But like I say, I like to reiterate, please don't contact anybody I talked about in this video. I'm nobody. I don't know any of these people. You know, none of this is facts. This is all my opinion. This is all commentary. Like, so yeah. I'm concerned about the CIA, which honestly I feel like could have possibly infiltrated Turning Point. Allegedly, in my opinion, and I'm allowed to say it. Damn. Don't take things so seriously, Saron. But okay. I'm tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is why you shouldn't give a big long-winded speech twice, because then it doesn't even make sense the second time. You know? So, let's end it with this. Please sign the petition. Please share it to someone, anyone, everyone. Please. We need to get this done. We need to take control back in our own hands. I mean, hell, maybe they'll let go of Donald Trump's balls if we get this done. You know, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be a dream? Where we had a president who could actually do what he said he was going to do and wasn't under the control of, yeah, allegedly, I mean, I don't know. Who is he? You know, what do I know? Just please sign and share the petition. I'm tired. Have a good night, guys. By the way, side note, you can leave. I'm done talking about all that stuff. On a personal note, thank you, subscribers, for hanging in there with me. My vocals have come back. For the most part. I don't know. They sound a little weary tonight, but I think that was just from that long-winded speech I just gave. I think that's what it is. But, like, I'm still moving. I can't wait for you guys to see where I'll be recording soon. But I don't know. It probably won't be another week or so, which is very disappointing. Like, I was ready to be in there, like, a month ago, but life, you know? So, what can you say? But, new studio soon, because I plan to come on in person a lot more. I like doing that, you know. I don't like, you know, being, you know, just behind a screen recording. Recording from a creepy storage closet. But, anywho. I hope you have a good night. Good holidays coming. By the way, it's my year anniversary. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do to celebrate it, if anything. You know, I might go back and react to some old videos. Maybe some of the old Allie videos that I didn't initially react to. So, anyways, we'll see. Feel free to share any ideas. After you sign and share the petition, that is. Anyways, have a good night. Bye.